us all stand up from our seat. Thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you all to the inaugural function of Mizoram Science Congress 2016. This program is organized by DST Mizoram Mystic in collaboration with MAS, MSS, STEM, MMS, GSM, and Biocon. The theme for Mizoram Science Congress 2016 is Science and Technology for Shaping the Future of Mizoram. I welcome you all. And today we are very fortunate that we have the Honorable Chief Minister of Mizoram, Pulal Thanhola, as our chief guest, and with him, the Honorable Minister of Planning, Science and Technology, Pulal Sota. We would like to felicitate them with a bouquet of flowers. I would request our chief guest and our Minister of Planning, Science and Technology to stand from the seat to receive the bouquet of flowers. To commence with our program, now we shall invite Dr. R.K. Lalyanthanga, the Chairman of MSc 2016 Organizing Committee and the Chief Scientific Officer of DST Mizoram, for a welcome address. Let us welcome.
Good morning to you all. On behalf of the Organizing Committee of the Mizoram Science Congress 2016, I welcome each and every one of you on this auspicious event, which has set goals for shaping the future of Mizoram by using science and technology for the development of Mizoram. It is a moment of pride for the entire scientific community in Mizoram to be able to witness this important event. We are honored to have Honorable Chief Minister Pulal Thanhola and Honorable Planning Minister, who is looking after science and technology, Pulal Sota, amongst us as chief guests and guests of honor. I extend my warm welcome to both our honored guests, and I am confident that their presence would play a constructive part in shaping the future of Mizoram using science and technology. A warm welcome to Professor R. Thantuola, Vice Chancellor, Mizoram University, who has been encouraging us during the course of preparation for the Congress. The Organizing Committee has invited resource persons, speakers, and students from various scientific institutions, both within the state as well as from outside the state. I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to all our distinguished academicians, professors from IIT Bombay, BSI, Kolkata, NEIST, Northeast Institute of Science and Technology, Jorhat, NEHU, IIT Guwahati, Government Secretary Residential Science College, and Mizoram University. Our guest speakers for the technical sessions, students from Children's Science Congress, and all the enthusiastic participants of the Mizoram Science Congress 2016. I hope this event and the platform it lays would be beneficial for a collective collaboration in working towards further technological and scientific development in the state of Mizoram. I also welcome the line departments who contribute in the exhibition. I also welcome our media partners and collaborators of this event who have all been instrumental in successfully organizing this event. Lastly, I sincerely hope that this first Mizoram Science Congress will be an initial pioneer platform for scientific communities for the progressive trend for all-round development in the state of Mizoram for the ages to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. R.K.L. Yantanga, the Chairman of MSc 2016 Organizing Committee and Chief Scientific Officer of DST Mizoram. And now we would like to take a time for facilitating Professor R.L. Thantuanga, who is the VC of Mizoram University. I would like to invite the girls to bring the bouquet, and also the Chairman of MSc, Dr. R.K.L. Yantanga. And now we will invite Dr. Arla Fakzwala, the Secretary of MSc 2016 Organizing Committee and Assistant Professor of MZU, to give a report.
Good morning to all of you. So, Mr. Chairman, Honorable Chief Minister Pulal Thanwala, Honorable Minister Pulal Sota, Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Arul Thantuala, invited speaker, scientists, faculty member, researcher, students, and all participants. A heartfelt greeting you all on behalf of Organizing Committee Mizoram Science Congress 2016. The first Mizoram Science Congress 2016 is a two-day event, as we know, organized by Mizoram Science, Technology and Innovation Council in association with science NGOs in Mizoram such as Mizoram Academy of Sciences, Mizoram Science Society, Geological Society of Mizoram, Science Teacher Association of Mizoram, Mizoram Mathematics Society, and Biodiversity and Nature Conservation Network, and financially assisted by Mizoram Science, Technology and Innovation Council, Northeastern Council, and Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi, Government of India. So the concept of organizing Mizoram Science Congress came up with the understanding that the state and its neighboring state in the Northeast India are lagging behind the mainland India in science education at the school level as well as higher degree level. The state in particular, with a limited industry and economically benefiting natural resources, in need of developing its human resources. Promotion of science and technology education, indigenous scientific talents, innovation, and providing platform for young talents in university, college, and school levels is essential for socio-economic development of Mizoram. The state, with its vast forest coverage, is endowed with a wide variety of flora and fauna. It is also extremely important to give awareness to the people on the importance of ecology and its preservation. For the past several years, the science NGOs in the state have been putting up their best effort independently in their respective area of interest and focus to popularize science and technology education for the benefit of the people of Mizoram. However, in terms of the numbers of individuals with potential for employment in research and development institutions and science and technology-based industry, the state is still very much lag behind than other states in the Northeast India. Collective effort among science community in the state is now needed to organize a national level seminar or conference with a theme focusing on promotion of science and technology education in the state. The establishment of Science Congress with a theme of science and technology for shaping future of Mizoram is the first such collective effort. The theme for this year's Congress is chosen so as to specifically address the issues stated above. This theme will provide a broad platform for researchers, academicians, schools and college students from Mizoram and other states in Northeast India to interact constructively to benefit the Mizoram community as well as the academic community from other states in Northeast India. So it is also the intention of organizing committee to invite eminent scientists, scholars and experts from other parts of India to address the issue of Mizoram within the scope of the Congress. The objective of Mizoram Science Congress 2016 includes to revitalize scientific research and development activities in the state, to promote science and technology to tackle socio-economic issues in the state, to spread awareness for conservation of natural resources. And also the scope of Mizoram Science Congress is to provide a forum for interaction of researchers, academicians and students from the state and elsewhere to exchange knowledge and share advancing their research finding and development of technology of relevance especially to the state. Provisions are also made for indigenous innovators to promote their work. So far, we have received 71 research papers for oral presentation, 28 technical posters for display, 50 exhibitors from high school, higher secondary, college, indigenous innovation, and various departments under state and central governments. 27 children scientists participation for scientific research paper presentation. So the 2 days event will consist a technical session covering theme lecture by eminent scientists, research paper presentation by young researcher, postgraduate dissertation project presentation, and children's science congress. Exhibition at school and college level and indigenous work will also run in the parallel within the technical session. Thank you.
The report was given by Dr. R. Lalfakzola, Secretary of MSc 2016 Organizing Committee and Assistant Professor of MZU. This is the inaugural function of the first Mizoram Science Congress, and our theme is Science and Technology for Shaping the Future of Mizoram. And we are very fortunate that we have the Honorable Chief Minister of Mizoram as our chief guest today. And now I would like to invite the Chief Minister of Mizoram, Punathan Hola, for an inaugural speech. Let us welcome him with a big clap.
Mr. Chairman, distinguished scientists, my esteemed colleague, the Honorable Prime Minister Puno Sota, distinguished guests, and dear science students, it is a great pleasure for me to be in the company of the scientific community on the occasion of the first Science Congress. The world has progressed because of human instinct to inquire and explore knowledge. The theme that you have chosen appropriately signifies the challenge before us, science and technology for shaping the future of Mizoram. Because Mizoram's future rests largely on scientists and innovators to realize our goals of human welfare and economic development. I'm happy to mention here again that a few days ago, a very important seminar had been organized here by a group of enthusiastic retired generals of the Indian Army and eminent business people, which was a great success. The theme was connectivity, Mizoram, and what needs to be done. It was immense success in the sense that the participation was quite good and the subject that brought forward and the follow-up action to be taken are of great interest, not only for Mizoram but for the entire country. If we look at life 100 years ago and compare that with today's life, we will notice that science has dramatically changed human life. With the dawn of the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, the effect of science on human life rapidly changed. Today, science has a profound effect on the way we live, largely through technology, the use of scientific knowledge for practical purposes. It is only with the judicious use of application of science and technology that we can progress. By this I do not mean high-tech or rocket science. Most important for the developing states such as ours is a combination of both fundamental research and applied science, using existing scientific knowledge to develop more practical applications like technology and inventions. Today we are living in a world of rapid technology and instant communication. Our digital networks are expanding the quality and reach of public services and special and social benefits for the poor. As we increase the level of our ambition for our people, we also have to increase and upscale our efforts. Good governance, therefore, is not only about policy and decision making, transparency and accountability. It is also about integrating science and technology into the choices we make and the strategies we aim to pursue. We are all aware that Mizoram, like the rest of India, is an agrarian state, and most of the people are dependent on subsistence farming. Successive governments have been trying to improve the livelihood of the agricultural community, and various schemes have been implemented. For all this, we need to infuse science and technology that is sustainable and increase our agricultural productivity. It is for the scientific community, to rise up to the challenge and come out with innovative ideas and solutions. The lab to learn theory still holds good for us today. How do we improve our agriculture? Increase the farm productivity. Can we develop better hybrids that utilize less water while at the same time withstand the vagaries of weather, such as droughts? Indeed, the challenges are many. Our indigenous sticky rice, which we call buban, sticky corn, which we call mimban, are all very special, and so is our cucumber, so soft and succulent. These special crops under the organic certification can go a long way in fetching us remunerative prices in the national market, even if we cannot afford global market at this juncture. In fact, most of these varieties are growing on very well in Mizoram, and very successfully some people have reaped the benefit of this. The central government has initiated Startup India that will encourage innovation and enterprise. Science can play a big role in this. It is a challenge that you all can take up and have to face. Challenges are many indeed, and the scale enormous, from health and nutrition to energy and economy. For this to happen, it is research and more research. From economics to environment, a lot requires to be done for sustainable development. We all know that only last week, India has adopted the historic Paris Agreement on climate change. Considering our vulnerability, we have to seriously look at our adaptations and mitigation strategies. We have to develop climate-resilient agriculture. We must understand the impact of climate change and weather biodiversity, glaciers and oceans, and how to adjust to them. We must strengthen our ability to forecast natural disasters. On the use of clean energy also, we in Mizoram have a good, clear sunshine. We must utilize this abundant clean and renewable resource that is solar energy. We need science and technology, not just to make clean energy an integral part of our existence, but also to combat the impact of climate change on our lives. Government of India has embarked on the ambitious goal of developing smart cities. Cities are the major engines of economic growth, employment opportunities and prosperity. Here, one of the biggest challenges is solid waste management. We have to find affordable and practical solutions for solid waste management. It is time for us to adopt the 3R principle, that is, reduce, reuse, and recycle. We must also address the rising challenges of rapid urbanization. And it is estimated that by 2050, more than 50% of India will be living in urban habitats. Unless we plan and utilize the facilities in a sustainable manner, it is going to be very difficult to meet this challenge. Mizoram is among the states that is witnessing one of the fastest urbanization today. More than 1/3 of our population lives in Aizawl and Lungli. Here in Aizawl, today we are already having a huge problem of traffic jams. We need technology to develop smart solutions to address the same. Efficient, high-capacity public transport system needs to be developed. Another area where we can rely on science and technology is on water resource management. Shora, that is the new name for Cherrapunji, has now often been called the wettest desert. Why? Because it receives the highest rainfall when the area is bone dry during summer months. Most of Mizoram's rivers and streams also dry up in summer because of low recharge and high run-off rate owing to steep terrain and loose soil. We need to find ways to recharge the aquifer. Another major challenge facing us, revival of rivers, is very crucial for a cleaner and healthier future for our society and economic opportunities of our people. We need sound policies to achieve our goals, but we need science and technology to provide creative solutions. Natural disaster is another area where science and technology can come in handy. We are told that Mizoram lies in one of the highest vulnerable seismic zones in the country. We have to be prepared for any eventuality. We need scientific inputs to make our state more immune to the consequences of natural disasters and our homes more resilient. This will entail retrofitting of buildings affordable. The way we manage our natural resources also needs a holistic balance between development and environment through the use of science and technology. We must develop scientific tools to plan for the ecology. Sustainable development is the need for the hour. That is development that meets the needs of the present generation without compromising on the needs of the future generation to meet theirs. Lastly, I thank the organizers of this Science Congress, and I am happy that Mizoram University has been hosting such important events from time to time. Today I thank the organizers for having invited me to be here with you and give me the opportunity to share a few thoughts of ours. With these few words, it is my great pleasure to inaugurate this Science Congress and wish the Congress every success. Thank you.
We thank our Chief Guest Pullat Hanhola, the Honorable Chief Minister of Mizoram and Chairman of MISTIC. We thank you for the inaugural speech. The first Mizoram Science Congress is organized by DST Mizoram MISTIC in collaboration with MAS, MSS, STEM, MMS, GSM and Biocon. And our theme is Science and Technology for Shaping the Future of Mizoram. And now we will invite our guest of honor, Pullat Sota, the Honorable Minister of Planning Mizoram, Science and Technology and Vice Chairman of MISTIC for a word of speech.
Good morning. Mr. Chairman, Dr. R.K. Lalithanga, Chairman of Mizoram Science Congress 2016 Organizing Committee, Honorable Chief Minister of Mizoram, Ulatan Hola, Professor Latan Tuanga, Vice Chancellor of Mizoram University, Dr. Alfakzola, Secretary of Mizoram Science Congress 2016 Organizing Committee, people from outside the state who have come for this Science Congress, faculty members of Mizoram University, special invitees, students, and some of those who have specifically been asked to participate in this Science Congress. It is my privilege and honor to be present here today along with our Chief Minister. The Chief Minister has already stated what are important for the state of Mizoram in matters of science, technology, and innovations. I would like to share with you a couple of ideas. One is all those who have come here, who have gathered here today, you may be able to grasp how science is important and how science has solved most of our problems. But even till today, you just imagine the world and the planets and the satellites floating in the air, in the space, without any tangible instruments holding those bodies, heavenly bodies. Now, if we go out from this hall, there is nothing that we can see or we can touch that is holding this earth, this planet, but yet the planet is very far and it has its revolution and rotation that has been for many, many years without so much as a disturbance. This itself is science. One writer has said that the shortest science fiction story is composed of only one sentence. That day, the sun rose in the west. For those of you who have studied science, the complications of us how the sun could rise in the west. The earth is moving, rotating, revolving around the sun. How can you imagine that the sun would rise in the west? Though it is only one sentence, it consists of so many scientific configurations and scientific considerations also as how this can happen. The more Mizoram advances in science, the more advanced we'll be in civilization, economically also. Therefore, I'm very happy that Mizoram Science Congress has been organized, and I am certain that the students, the teachers, and the faculty, and all those who have come for this Science Congress will be benefited in this 2 days Science Congress. Thank you.
Thank you, Pulasoda, the guest of honor, the Honorable Minister of Planning, Science and Technology, and Vice Chairman of MISTIC, for your speech. And now we have come to the end of our inaugural session. We would like to invite Dr. R.K. Liantama, the Chairman of MSc 2016 Organizing Committee and Chief Scientific Officer of DST Mizoram, for a vote of thanks.
As we come to the concluding part of this inaugural session of the first Mizoram Science Congress, I should say that I am obliquely without doubt and honored to present a vote of thanks amongst important dignitaries and distinguished guests of this important event. I extend my heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Mizoram, Lautan Hola, and Honorable Minister, Planning, Science and Technology, Pulasoda, for accepting our invitation for this event, as well as showing their great interest in science and technology by gracing this occasion with their presence. Thank you very much, sir. And at the same time, I also extend thanks to our distinguished guests and invitees from prominent institutes and universities outside Mizoram and within the state who have accepted our invitations to play a key role in technical sessions that will be held today and tomorrow. Till now, we have two speakers, Professor S. Barua, CSIR Jorhat, and Professor S.K. Barua Nehu. Can you please stand up? Okay. Okay, thank you. Three more resource person speakers will be coming and they will be arriving today. I also convey my sincere thanks to all the sponsoring organizations, Northeastern Council, the main sponsor, and MISTIC, Mizoram Science, Technology and Innovation Council. So the government of Mizoram is helping us, sponsoring us through this MISTIC. And Science Engineering Research Board, SERB, Department of Science and Technology, New Delhi. These are the three sponsors for this Congress. And we thank for their financial support extended towards organizing this event. And my sincere thanks goes to Professor Arla Thantuanga, Vice Chancellor MZU, for allowing us to use the university auditorium and its amenities, and his contribution has been highly appreciated. And a big thanks to all the speakers, resource persons who would be presenting papers at the technical sessions, students from the Children's Science Congress, scientists and local innovators for their participation in the exhibition, and also the line departments in their participations in the exhibition, and all other participants and science enthusiasts for their valuable suggestions and collaboration in this event. The Mizoram Science Congress would not be a grand success without all your valuable participation, and I thank each and every one of you for the contribution rendered forth. Finally, I would like to give thanks to all the members of the organizing committee for this event, Mizo Academy of Science, Mizoram Science Society, Science Teacher Association of Mizoram, Mizoram Mathematical Society, Geology Society of Mizoram, and Bioconservation Network for their support and collaboration for the success of this first Mizoram Science Congress. I further extend thanks to all the media personnel for covering the Mizoram Science Congress. Thank you all.
Thank you, Dr. R.K. Liantama, for a word of thanks. And now we have come to the end of our inaugural function. After this function, the chief guest will have the opening of exhibition and poster display at the ground floor. And let me tell you that The Children's Science Congress is currently held at ADM Conference Hall right now at this moment, and 4 parallel sessions of technical session will also follow after this. And this is information for the next session that is to follow, the technical session that is planned to start at 1 p.m. is rescheduled to 12:45, which will be held at the Life Sciences Seminar Hall at
Kan le do nanga heta hianin computer operator kha tai in thunga mo chuanin heta member in omanga a presenter khan hemi microphone hong hian atimayang tu chuanin in thiam chuan tila hian hi aman thei ko mo in du chuan heta pointer aman theya tin hi hemi laptop operator thuratan in man thiam jang han thei bokani Nusualin sina sarjau thanan saya, ho mai lovin, ya du huna ho thei lova agata wangin, bas timing kha ngai chan turan dia, kaldar lo turan dia, nusualin dan dia, tilaya thu sei ngai nom deuh mai, Antarctica kal ina thu sei, India ramai Antarctica kal kan thu sei dona, angai nom don khopani, tu kan ngai thanga.
Team leader Ming le school Ming gan ko nga inon suwa ka de khan nang mani na in peya in chan chia khan hun chu kan lo phong chananga minute rup khan be la rianga chu presentation ta no nianga azwa discussion ka minute ria taron rilenga kata ka chu kan de bole to ta chuanin an hun khan mang pe da ni ponin ta song hang lo sela chul poi mo ka chu soi zui thau sela ela ero chu minute rukari anga minute riata ari dong bakani kuna chuan lalbiak sami Rosebud School in Sony.
Hello everyone, my name is Libya Zami and I'm presenting the school Rosebud School. And let me introduce you my teammates, Mati,
Hello.
Erin Zwali, Emily Ladin Tuangi,
Hello.
and Irene Van Sang Zwali. And I'm going to present a paper on role of kitchen garden in providing nutritive foodstuff. As we all know, food is the basic necessity of all living organisms. Without the existence of food, there is no existence for us. In Mizoram, the majority of foodstuff is grown in places like Zampai, Sairang, and Lungdai, but most of the foods are still imported from Silchar, Assam, and Meghalaya. And our main aim and objective for this project is to find out the contribution of kitchen garden in providing nutritive foodstuff. And our objectives are to visit different kitchen gardens from different localities, to identify what foodstuffs are planted, to identify the nature of manure, to identify the varieties of foodstuff produced, to identify the nutritive values of its foodstuff. of this project is surveying 5 houses around Ramlun Bongkon and Tsangpui area and question them about their method of cultivation and how they benefit from it. And for the observation number 1, located Ramlun North Aizawl, Mizoram, and the plants and vegetables grown are pumpkin, cowpea, arums, squash, roselle, onion, tomato, and ginger, and having the total calories of about 5,225 kilocalories. And observation number 2, located Tsangpui, Aizawl, Mizoram, and the plants and vegetables grown are brinjal, lettuce, pumpkin, broccoli, kajanas, kajan, dolichos, lab, and cabbage are having the total nutritive value of about 2,526 kilocalories. And observation number 3, located in Dutlam, Aizawl, Mizoram, and the plants and vegetables grown are cowpea, pumpkin, mustard, banana, clerodendron, and having a total nutritive value of about 3,420 kilocalories. And for observation number 4, located in Bongkon, Aizawl, Mizoram, and the plants and vegetables grown are tomato, broccoli, lettuce, capsicum, brinjal, cucumber, cabbage, having a total nutritive value of about 5,250 kilocalories. And for the last observation, observation number 5, located Bongkon, Aizawl, Mizoram, and the plants and vegetables grown are pumpkin, mustard, clerodendron, Parkia rothburgi, cowpea, mock tomato, and lady's finger, having the total nutritive value of about 1,420 kilocalories. As you can see, all these vegetables are mostly grown during monsoon season. And from the survey we had, we found out that kitchen gardening freely provides us nutritive foodstuff, and they also produce high-containing calorie vegetables like pumpkin having 26 calories per 100 gram and tomato having 18 calories per 100 gram. And from the survey we had, we suggest you to plant different types of vegetables so that they could reap every year, practice more of organic farming for healthier nutritive product. And for the summary, we find that kitchen gardening plays an important role in providing us nutritive foodstuff which we can practice with the least equipment. And for the conclusion, kitchen gardening is a great way in saving and providing us nutritive foodstuff. It is a practice that we should keep practicing and should expand. From the 5 houses we surveyed, we find out that kitchen gardening is more useful than we thought it was, and we should keep practicing this practice. Thank you.
Okay. So among those kitchen garden foodstuff, which one has the highest calorie value?
I'm not exactly sure because we cannot find out the exact amount of calories, so maybe I think it was observation number 2.
Observation number 2. Can you please go back to that slide? Okay, here you have pointed out the nutritive value, right? So among this one, which one is the highest?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Among those vegetables which you found in house number 2, which one has the highest nutritive value?
Looks like broccoli has it.
Broccoli has it. Okay. What about the other house, like house number 1, 3, 4, other? Okay, I just say it simple. Iron work here actually tuka mase nutritive iron so ikatwanin a highest nutritive value ka in food in ye pe ti ka to conclusion akan so ite lamo le am produce da a quantity aka kasi a relation aka highest nutritive value ka to me twana pe ka twan to me za to thar twati and ye ti ka the result a han incorporate the twan oh answer ka relevant as well. Oh,
thank you.
I have just one question. So how do you determine the nutritional value?
Well, we Googled like most of it and yeah, wrote that down.
You did it experimentally or you just take the data that is available from the net?
Yeah, we took the data available on the
And
internet.
one suggestion, Mizoram the soy may nga, slide down low CM to the boka a handbag look there. Wait, oh, methodology. slide presentation hi poi mo em enti nan tu na methodology a pokhi tikhen ron siak sa chauta chuan tang poi mo hi chu khimi asir in anglo ki in dro a rol in rol rem lo la ki king te pokhi a rem thap in ron lo la ikhan aketi ve na khiti moi ki chuan in claiming in points result in presentation tu te pokha ma ka pai nan te ta chuan in introduction te in conclusion te pokha paragraph ron da lu khan a point te te kan ta la oh angka nang mani huan nan mong lo la nang mani in improve nan khan in mong so kan oh.
Thank you for the tip.
Can you go back to the tables for house number 1 or 2 or any other? Okay, yes. There, for the nutritive value, you have to put the calorie, the units. Into the I unit the kinda lava. Oh, in Tehran, Chuna Chulama, Arkanin, da Taula, trying to share. Chulo chu a presentation for Moilo, they will oh, Chulonita. In other Lena Chonin, Karon Sedu Taka Chonin. House number 1, he on Tata, when I veng it because that the level like Shedem, house number 2, a poi Cholo now thinking. I say, Helai level, a Kachonin, Kolai Veng, allocation on the line, Zinit Choko, Muem Tite. Or coming base a car point model Pakatuni, Kimi Kazi, or Tita Ecoline Hun, Zone Air, he could create a charge. And to house gardening to realize all the rates on him Hun can have for Rando, they had to picture along Chiasato, Tonachua. I say, national level in Calperoson, along Carolo may take half a two. Oh, Johnny Helaya, jury and Mutian, to until Quim or Pakat, Sunitawa. In Tilron study here at Cholo, Johnny. Kidia 50 kg, 30 kg teron dita antar chua chin. Aki atra kianin anni kianin kiki per season ang alo nita an kam koptok viewem ika lo study bel kaulai ita tiemem. Nantina mizo at chuan chenong te kanin thartem chin te thota. Chudiang sa chuan in pechok vet hiti teka. In manani chuan seitel te ka tran zot chu ni chuan nakina demo. Kaka non say ni chuan karon say do being belu la kati lai chu nutritive value ki ing unit ngin hanti ka in say chiang le do do ne oh chu ding chu karon say ne kalo me so do da on chu.
Thank you.
Jonathan Van Sanhima, Saltlang High School.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan Sanhima of Government Chotlang High School, reading class 9A. And here are my team members. Lal Shierenga, Lal Mangasanga, Lal Rotkima, Joshua Malsonkloma. Focal theme of our subject Children's Science Congress 2016, Science, Technology and Innovation for Sustainable Development. Under the title of the project, School Energy Audit of Government Chatlang Higher Secondary School, under the sub-team number 3, Energy. Next slide, please. Now let's see our project abstract. The main objective of our project are: number 1, to measure the efficiency of the whole building. Number 2, to find out the leakage and outdated and low efficiency electric appliances. Number 3, to find a way how to suggest the school authority to increase efficiency of the building. And number 4, to grade the energy efficiency of the building. Our hypothesis was that about 30% of the energy can be saved without negatively affecting the output, like comfort and efficiency. Material required were paper, electronic calculator, pencil, clipboard, measuring tape, plus notebook. Time consumed was about 1 month. Next slide, please. Now let's see our methodology. To collect the required information and data, the team members performed the following activities. Like, the team members investigated the whole building on 4th September 2016 and recorded the number of wattage of each electrical appliances. The team members also investigated the electrical devices carefully if they had B-star label. Numbers of ventilations, solar devices, and natural light availability in each room are recorded. Leakage of water were inspected. Rainwater harvesting system was investigated, and average monthly water bill was recorded. The average monthly electric bill was recorded and also calculated. Outdated and low efficient appliances that can easily be replaced were recorded, and we also prepared observation table, analyzed data, draw conclusions, meet the headmistress and the principals to discuss our findings. Next slide, please. Now let's have a close look on our observation table. Name type of appliances: light, normal bulb, and the numbers of normal bulb are 16. That gives approximate watt, that is 100 watt, total watt 1600 watt, energy used in 1 month 1600 into 8 into 30 by 1000 is equals to 384 kilowatt per hour. Possible saving per month 307.2 kilowatt per hour, and it gives a remark: 100 watt can be replaced by 20 watt CFL or LED. Computer numbers are 15. Approximate watt 275 watt. Total watt 4124 watt. Energy used in 1 month 990 kilowatt per hour. Possible saving per month is nil. Remark: satisfactory. Water cooler numbers 3. Approximate watt 575 watt. Total watt 1725 watt. Energy used in 1 month 414 kilowatt per hour. Possible saving per month 414 kilowatt per hour. Remark: can be replaced by powerless filter. That gives the total numbers 130. Approximate watt is not written here, but total watt gives 10.899 kilowatt per hour. Energy used in 1 month 3191.1 kilowatt per hour. Possible saving per month 561.84 kilowatt per hour. Next slide, please. Data analysis plus result. The amount of electric energy that can be saved is 84 kilowatt per hour. That is 17.6% of the total energy. The appliance that consume maximum amount of energy is 50 numbers of computer and 3 water cooler. Alternate sources of energy found is nil. Our hypothesis was nearly correct, and the positive points are: number 1, natural light was sufficient. Number 2, no leakage of energy was found. Number 3, natural airflow and ventilations were satisfactory. But the negative points are: low efficient bulbs, CRT computers, monitors, and 29-inch TV. Number 3, poor rainwater harvesting system. Number 4, no alternate sources of energy found. The overall grade is grade B. Now for my conclusion, I'll show you suggestion and discussion. The school may replace the normal electric bulb by 20 watts CFL or LED bulb. The school may replace 2 numbers of CRT 29-inch TV by 45-inch LCD TV. The school may also replace all the electric appliances with B-star labeled appliances. School building can be renovated to receive more natural light, airflow to receive more rainwater, because energy conserved is equal to energy produced. Thank you.
Mizo chuyên cần dọn một món mấy đòn chiều slide khát tiếng là mình cái lệ thêm tôi nó tập lắm bằng phố bùi chiều là khi mình mà đều chỉ cái lệ khi lại khi nên antinan in presentation là khan in karon suggest do cho CFL in DI here in 100 watts can be replaced by 20 watts CFL DI and to na chuan LED color le to so
yes sir.
chuan in antinan CRT 29 inches the KNL 32 inches LCD the and LED the han and replace tau lo do da mo tin ma ro chu cooler water cooler a kian in the Paulus filter the kian in the microorganisms so the bacteria ho chen khate kha filter the do na me tu nai kan filter technology asang to sia ki kha ka real role ma chunia kilaya in conclusion sia ma ki a blunt dewa le men nge deep thought nei de ula ka du sak de sewa chu la chani tin pakhat le chu tu na in thil observations are here water harvesting kha a sufficient lo ti khan nge relate na nei the presentation are here next slide uncle the problem conclusion part khan ki negative points te kian mo poor rainwater harvesting system te kian in tu na study la hin nge impact ane
Rainwater harvesting system kan nei that chuan hei tui kan mo kha natural lewin kan mu thayang chuan
ithil study na hin khalam pang kha aron te re rengem ain relate vak lo ngar fe dewa chu ka point out na chana ni mo ma tin hela hin in nang mani level a chuan in school area bi hin study ta I suggest do chu entinan solar energy project te kan deal kan tum te han ta wala a that karing dewa kelai mi replace to ran khan te me mum je chewa achan chi school location te kha han la ta wala ni te kha mu that se location a thase kha mi lam pa de te han plain han hoi ta wala chu ma se de khan kelai LCD ti a ken LED entinan zone on page what is the difference between CFL and LED what is for the same word of khan in 20 watts very low la ta how much will be the power consumptions of the 20 watts LED? What should be the brightness in lumen? Ti dekha ron zot ta chu sila in thiam angem ti dekha ngai to khanga ya che de me mo chu national level a chuna poi mo na chinani chu zeti tu dehan lo catch up hanem karlo now the next so the next case is that what is the difference between BEE star label and ISI marking?
BEE to Bureau of Energy Efficiency ni ta ase iso pakatli chu ka chiang me lo ko shalo.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. So tu na karon seru kha karon zo de zong zong suggestion kha kan siam de zong zong ni findings kha a che chong lo ama ro chen tinan kha I picture karon tilang le ro te lo ma kha no nam dam ho chon in nekina just ki lai teng de hian fridge bul de king keu ta ni ti hian kila heading in findings som ron di ta se in soi thing in ti kha ne oh kha ting te kha in different thina tur thila kha picture kha da kha tha in ma ti em so is musul thei tur khan chu ko ron suggest bela ni chu chu ting song chu no thank you very much.